Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. As you can see, we have a full house today. We are very excited to introduce a wonderful, wonderful cast of participants and a full crew today. Before I do that, my name is Banu Suresh, and we have a very special guest as well with us today, Ms. Khalebo Harris. We're going to talk about Ms. Harris in a moment after I finish the introductions. Josiane Hurd to my extreme right, Tony Taylor to my immediate right. We have Jamie Avery to my immediate left, and we have Ginger Merritt right behind me, actually next to me, and the young gentleman hiding in the corner, the handsome young gentleman there, is Paul Chipkin. Paul is also a producer here, and so is Jamie. Tony and Josiane have been with us in several episodes before. Today we're going to focus on yoga in the workplace. For the sake of all our viewers out there and all our participants, the crew, all of us put our heads together, and we have identified about 21 postures from this sequence, a 48-plus sequence, that you can actually practice in your workplace just sitting in your chair. So stay glued, stay in your chairs, don't go anywhere. We're going to stretch together in about 5 minutes after I introduce Ms. Harris right here. Khalebo, thank you so much for being here with us. I know you have this wonderful conference coming up, and I want to make sure I get the name right. Is it the Omo Obatala Conference?
Omo Obatala?
Omo Obatala Conference?
Yes, that's the organization, and thank you for having me.
No, our pleasure. Tell us a little bit about what you do, what you're going to be doing at the conference. You're going to give people a special treat over there, so tell us what's it about?
Well, this is our 13th annual event, and this year the theme is Rebirthing Your Spirit.
Wow.
It's the 13th annual International Orisha Conference.
Is that why we touched base about 6 months ago, right? You've been planning this for a long time.
Indeed.
I'm very excited to also say that Khalebo has actually invited me to do a presentation about yoga at work. So this is like a practice run for us. But for folks out there, this is it. This is the episode that you've been waiting for. Khalebo holds a BA in double majors in TV and radio production and Africana studies, correct? From Brooklyn College in a city university of New York, and she has an MBA in media management from Metropolitan College of New York. Her bio reads like a who's who, so I really have to use my cheat sheet here. Khalebo is a training professional specializing in Microsoft software applications. I have a question right there. How come you went from Microsoft software applications to the conference? But we'll get to that. She's a firm believer in giving back to the community, and she's definitely doing that on the 30th of October. That's when the conference is on. I said, no, actually, it's 29th through to 31st.
Absolutely.
And we will have Khalebo's email up there in a few moments. If it's not up there, she is going to be with us in the next 2 episodes, tomorrow and the day after, and we're definitely going to make sure that all of you are able to reach her.
Yeah.
Khalebo volunteered as a secretary for several non-profit service-oriented groups, including the School of Performing Arts Association, SPAA, and more recently the Omo Obatala Egbe Incorporated, where she has also provided layout and design skills for their annual commemorative journal. Khalebo, thank you so much. I had a couple of questions before we start stretching.
Okay.
First of all, who or what are Orisha and Obatala?
Well, Orisha is part of the Orisha tradition that comes out of a part of West Africa, from the Yoruba people in Nigeria, West Africa. And the tradition came over here hundreds of years ago and ended up in the New World. And so what happened is a lot of people who ended up holding on to that tradition.
Right.
And so now it's also here in the U.S.
So you are reviving that tradition by having these conferences?
Part of the tradition.
Right.
Part of the
right.
revival, I'll say, because it's been in this country for more than 50 years.
Right.
Right.
And this is probably one of the first conferences of this kind, or have you done this before?
Well, this particular conference is our 13th, and
Right.
what we want to do, the Egbe itself is a group of people
Right.
who are initiated to the Orisha Obatala.
Okay.
And I'm one of them. And I've been the secretary, and I've been doing the brochure all this time, but now
Right.
I'm the chair. And so we want people to know about how
Yes.
much fun we have there.
Fantastic. I'm so happy I'm going to be there. And the event is at Kerhonk's in upstate New York.
Yes, indeed.
Right? So those of you who want to stay in touch with Khalebo, would you say out, I don't think I had a chance to type up your email, so would you say it out to them clearly?
Okay. We have the info@omoobatalaegbe.org.
info@omoobatalaegbe.org. That would be info@omoobatalaegbe.org. In the next episode, we'll try and put it up on the screen for you. What does Omo Obatala Egbe mean?
Well, there's a group of us who are initiated to the Obatala, the Orisha.
I love the way you say that, Obatala. I should learn that.
Thank you. And every year we put this together, and that's not all we do. The Egbe itself is a group.
Right.
It's like a society of people who do things that benefit the community. And in our case, we do the conference every year, and then we also do a celebration at the end of the year.
Right.
And that's just for anyone who wants to come.
Oh,
The
wow.
conference is for people who are in the Orisha tradition, but it's
Right.
also for anyone who's interested in this case, rebirthing your spirit.
Right.
So anyone
I
who
love
wants to
that.
do yoga and meditation and
I noticed
is
that.
invited to come down
You
to
have
the
a
conference.
certified dance therapist coming
Yes.
there.
Yes.
You have a program about a workshop. Is it a workshop about
Yes.
being in alignment with destiny and purpose?
Absolutely.
That is so beautiful. And you have another program on Africa healing from the inside out.
Yes.
And there's another program about Gong energy therapy. And there's this wonderful program called Yogaxpress. I wonder what that is.
And we're very excited about that one.
Well, we have a few more questions for you. So in between our stretches, we're going to get to that. Today, what we're going to do is, folks at home, if you already have the postcard, if you don't, follow us as I give out the instructions. Stay in your chair. We're all going to grab a chair that's next to us, and we are going to follow, as we've got it from my cheat sheet, I'm going to follow the circled postures. So we're going, have we all got a postcard? Okay, you have yours, Khalebo, but you don't have it circled, so you may want to circle as you go. Posture number 1, Hasta Uttana. Let's all stand up and grab a chair. We'll bring the chair close to us. One that's closest to us is going to be a little bit of movement. My crew might be a little bit upset, but we're going to get back in place. Okay, maybe we can keep it to the right. Each of us can keep our chairs to our right. So, okay, there's not enough space there. So, Claudia, Danny, are we getting everybody, or is it too dark on that side?
I'm getting everybody.
You're getting everyone. Perfect. Okay, so let me keep my cheat sheet next to me. Let's sit down on our chairs. First posture is Hasta Uttana, arms raised. If you already have the postcard, you'll recognize it's very simple to do this posture sitting in a chair. All you do is keep your feet together. Your heels are together. If you have a chair with a little rung at the bottom, place your heel on that. Now, take your palms, place them on your knees this time, just like we're all doing. We're all very, very obedient little school children right now. Take our arms out from the side. Inhale, bring our arms up to a side, up to shoulder height, palms facing down, and then take your arms, keep inhaling, take it all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together. Whatever way your school has taught you is fine. Just make the connection. Hold your palms together. Keep inhaling and tilt your head back just a little bit. Keep inhaling. And hold. Hold your posture, not your breath. Let's say you've been sitting at the computer for a very long time. This is a wonderful, wonderful stretch for your arms, for your chest. And if you can get your trapezius muscles to close in the back, so take your shoulders back as much as you can. It's a wonderful stretch. Hold. Inhale, come back up to midpoint. Exhale. Bring your arms down by your side. We're going to do the next posture is called Pada Hasta. Pada Hasta. Pada is foot, Hasta is hand. Simply means you take your hands to your feet. Now, if you've already got your arms up there, we're going to go back in there. We're not going to workshop that particular posture. Let's keep it up there. And then as we exhale, we are going to fold from the hip. Now, this time, if you've got your knees close together, bring your knees apart just a little bit. Bring your feet apart just so you can come down all the way between your knees. Exhale, fold from the hip. Keep your back straight. We are doing a loud exhale here to show you that you can also do that at home. It's called Ujjayi breathing. Hold. Now, if you want to feel more of a stretch in your legs as well, bring your legs out in front of you and place your palms on your feet. Make sure that you feel a wonderful compression of the lower abdomen on your upper thigh. You'll also feel a wonderful stretch from the outer back. Inhale, come up, hold your palms together. Inhale, keep your back straight. Exhale and release. The next posture is actually a little bit difficult to do sitting in a chair, but we're going to show you that it's still possible, and it's still possible to get the benefit from this posture by just stretching in our chairs. I'm going to bring it forward a little bit so I don't knock anything down. Sit on, turn your legs to one side, to your right side. Place your left foot on the floor and take your right knee all the way back. Now, if your chair is really high, this is going to be a little difficult. So if you want, you can place your knee on the ground, but I would suggest keep your knee off the floor. Keep your toes curled in. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale and we're going to dip. We're going to inhale, take our right arm up and dip our left hand down. Inhale, take our arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, palms facing in. Now we're going to exhale, dip our left hand in front of the right ankle. Turn to face your right hand. Now you should feel a wonderful, delicious stretch in your right obliques. Is everyone here feeling that? Good. That's a wonderful, that's good, that's nice. Inhale, let's come up. Don't forget, we have to do the other side. So let's exhale, bring our arms down, bring our right foot forward, and this time we'll go to the edge of the chair on the left side. We're going to do about 5 stretches, then we're going to have each of our participants, at least the new participants, say a little bit about themselves, and Ms. Harris is going to say a little more about the conference. This time, place your right foot in front on the edge of your chair, right in front, close to the left part. Paul, you chickened out on us.
I didn't chicken out. You only had so many chairs. I let
No.
the stars have
Okay,
the
pull up another chair. Come on, pull up another chair. No, we'll wait for you. Get a chair. Thanks, Meriden. Here, take this chair, Paul.
Oh, you're going to put me right in the middle of the stage.
No, come here. Come. I want you
you
to
go.
join us because that was the idea. You were supposed to join us.
Oh, chairs are short.
That's all right. We're going to give Paul about 10 seconds before we do the other side because Paul needs a chair. Oh, we are short of chairs. That's okay, Meriden. Can I just have any? Yeah, that's good.
Thank you, Bono.
No problem. I want you to get the benefit of this, too. Thank you, Meriden. I'm a little short, so this chair may be a little difficult, but I'm going to give it a try. Okay, this time, we'll turn to the left. Take your right leg all the way back and keep your toes curled. I don't want to slip and I don't want to fall on camera or off. So, inhale. Take your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms overhead. This time, exhale. Dip your right arm in front of your right ankle. Keep your left arm where it is. Now, if you're sitting on a chair at work, make sure that you're very firmly placed. You've placed your butt firmly on the chair. You don't want to slip and fall. Right now, the stool is a little high for me, so I'm going to have to cheat a little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale and release. Let's do the next posture. The next one should be a little easier sitting on this high chair. Hint, hint, if we get a lower chair, I'm always happy to have it. That's okay. Now, let's sit on the edge of a chair, not too close to the edge so you fall off, but be firm, be steady, and make sure you're safe. Keep your feet about 18 to 20 inches apart. Thank you, Meriden. That's wonderful. So much better. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, feet are about 18 to 20 inches apart. It's just an approximation. You can, if you're very tall, you may want to keep it apart a little more. Now, let's inhale. Put your brakes on. You're not going to slip because this is not a standing posture, but just for the sake of alignment, keep your feet, toes inside. That's what I call put your brakes on. So let's keep our toes in. Hands by our side. Inhale. Bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way up, palms facing in. This time, what we're going to do is we're going to exhale and fold from the hip. Try to touch the floor or our ankles, our toes, wherever we can make the connection. Exhale, keep your back straight. Let's go forward. Now, if this is not giving you enough of a challenge, remember, you can always bring your legs out in front of you. So that way you'll also feel a wonderful sciatic stretch. Your hamstrings, you can feel your hamstrings stretch behind you, behind your legs. Hold, keep exhaling. Exhaling is good for us because we detox when we exhale, and at the same time, we make more room. It makes it a little easier for us to keep going deeper and deeper. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale, bring our arms down by our side. The posture we just went to, when we do it in a standing position, it's called Ugrasana. I believe in North America it's also called Facilitators, where your feet are totally apart and you go down all the way, try to touch your head to the floor. We're not doing any head to floor touches today. We're just trying to stretch the back of our legs. Let's do one more and then we are back with, this is an easy one. Prasarita in some schools is also called Ugrasana. Ugra means fierce. And the last one we went to was, okay, Virabhadrakona. We'll go into that later. Okay, keep your feet together. Your knees are together, heels together, toes slightly apart. Keep your back, shoulders back, and sit upright, nice and relaxed. Exactly like Ginger sitting like the rest of us. We're trying to just stay nice and upright, but not stiff. Just upright and relaxed. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together in whatever manner your school has taught you. You can have your index fingers pointing up like a lightning conductor. That's fine. You can keep all your fingers clasped together. Just make the connection. Now try to straighten your elbows and bring your shoulders back a little bit. So which means your head comes forward just a little bit. Not too far forward that you dip your neck, just as upright as you can. This time what we're going to do, it's called Ardha Chandra. Ardha Chandra is half moon. Ardha is half, Chandra is moon. What we're going to do is exhale and dip to the right and then to the left. Exhale, dip to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, dip to the left. Inhale, let's come up. You should feel a wonderful, delicious stretch on the side of your obliques. And as we exhale more and more air out of our lungs, we will feel a deeper dip. We should be able to sense a very nice, deeper dip. Deeper dip. Oh, that sounds weird. Anyway, let's exhale. Let's try that one more time. Let's get a nice sense of that dip. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the left. Inhale and come up. Let's relax. Paul, if you're okay, you're welcome to stay on the chair. We'll also stay on the chair. We have a few more questions to ask Khalebo before we go on into the other postures. Is it okay if anyone else has more questions about the conference? Please feel free to ask her, because I do want Khalebo to tell us a few things about the conference. It's a wonderful way to relax.
Do you remember the name of the hotel?
It's the Hudson Valley Resort and Spa.
I just want to indicate that I'm also there from September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Oh, in September.
With a convention of the New York Association of Psychiatric Rehabilitative Services, NIAPRS.
Oh, wow.
It's a special collaborative year of Psyche and the Light, which is my group with NIAPRS. Lots of things happening.
Oh,
Go to that
wonderful.
one,
We
too.
need to talk about that too. We need to have you on our show one day. Well, you did mention that this event is important for everyone, Khalebo. Why is that? Why? How so? When you say everyone, what do you mean?
Everyone.
Everyone, okay.
It's one of those things. There's always this assumption that, oh, well, if you're not part of that tradition, you're not going to like it. But the fact is, every year it's always fun, and it's always something that I go, oh, I wish so-and-so had been there, and they're not part of the tradition.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, well, we're doing yoga. I know a lot of people who like yoga. They're not necessarily people I hang out with all the time, but they love yoga.
There are different kinds of yoga too. There's yin yoga, which is Chinese yoga. There's Egyptian yoga. It just has the name yoga, but yoga stretches are in every tradition. I'm sure there are other aspects of yoga too, but they just use the name yoga. So folks out there, if you've heard of yin yoga, Paul Grilly is the author. You might have heard of him. Well, I lived in Asia for a while, so it's very familiar to me. Yin yoga is simply stretching your meridians and holding the posture for a much longer time. So it's a lot of exhales and a lot of long holds. It doesn't move very fast, but it's very, very refreshing. What about another phrase from your flyer that I noticed was follow the elephants. What does that mean?
Well, that's something we came up with. I actually came up with it because I thought that's kind of catchy. And one of the avatars of Orisha Obatala is the elephant. Very majestic, very strong, very determined. And as a group, we're determined to kind of take people along with us on this journey of labor, of fun, of fellowship. And
I'd like to see the elephants do some yoga now. We're going to get them to. Actually, many of the yoga postures are named after animals, right, Ginger? A lot of them. You have rabbit, you have camel. We're going to go into a few of them, but I don't think we can do many of the animal postures because they will involve us going into back bends, and if we have chairs with backs, that's going to be hard. But let's continue stretching. And Jamie, would you say a few words about yourself? Because you're new to the show, and so is Ginger. I'd like you both to introduce yourself. So,
Sure. Hi, my name is Jamie Avery. I'm a native New Yorker. I'm a clinical social worker and a therapist. All my life, I've been interested in this mind-body connection and have always practiced yoga. It's great for calming, cooling down.
I'm so glad you're here today. We just met by chance, right? The other day?
Yeah.
So I'm so happy you're here, Jamie, and I hope you'll stay with us for a long time.
Thank you.
Ginger, would you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure. My name is Ginger Merritt, and I'm originally from Massachusetts, but I've lived in New York half my life. And I work as an office manager in Midtown, so these are great stretches to be doing while I'm at work. Hopefully I won't get in trouble doing them. I'm trying to transition into becoming a yoga teacher. I just recently got certified, so I'm applying for jobs and everything, and so we'll see what comes up.
You're definitely on our charts to be on our show, so as a yoga teacher, you get some practice here, taking a few sessions for us.
Yes, thank you.
You might want to create a little sequence for us. We'll talk about that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, that'll be wonderful. I'm glad you're here too, Ginger. Let's do a few more stretches. The next posture we're going to get into is called Kati Chakra. Claudia, how are we doing for time? We have 5 minutes. Perfect. Thank you. Kati Chakra means spinning wheel. Chakra is wheel, and Kati is cut off or half. Actually, it's a half spinning wheel. So let's do this. When we stand up, I think Josiane remembers how we did it when we stood up. Tony, you may have done this too, but it'll come back to you, Tony. Tony, you've already introduced, you and Josiane have already introduced yourselves to the audience, right? They know that you used to be a film director, or you
No,
acting?
I have a degree in film, and I'm trying to get back into the field again.
You're going to get back into the
Yes.
field. Okay, don't forget us when you have your name in the lights out there.
Maybe someday.
Paul has already told. Paul is a producer here. He has a program, Psyche in the Light.
Tuesday night, 8:30 on Channel 57.
There you go. Plug it in, Paul. Well done. We're going to watch you. Tuesday night,
Please do.
8:30. And what channel was that, Paul?
That's 57 and 84.
57 and 84. That's a spiritual channel, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. And I did enjoy being with you on your last show. Josiane used to be a dancer. Tell us a little bit about yourself since we're introducing
15
everyone.
years ago, I used to be a belly dancer.
Right.
As my hobby.
Good hip
For 8
movement,
years.
huh?
And it's an excellent movement for women.
Right.
I think I would recommend it to every woman to do the belly dancing at any age.
You think we can start at any age? I'm looking forward to it.
It loosens you up and you feel good, and it's sexy, it's great, it's wonderful.
Actually, the next posture, Kati Chakra, is wonderful for hip movement. Unfortunately, we're going to do it sitting down. So we're not going to experience the hip movement, but that's beautiful. I think we should have maybe a little 1-minute stint of your dance in one of the future episodes. You can help us. Yoga and dance are connected in different ways. I know in India it is. So let's go into Kati Chakra. Keep your feet together in front of you, heels together, toes slightly apart. Try to keep your knees as close together as you can. Palms in front of your chest, palms facing down, hands in front of your chest. Make sure your elbows are lifted up. What we're going to do, when we stand up and do this posture, we use rapid exhales and we move our arm to the right, extend our arm to the right and left very quickly. Now we're going to do a very controlled movement. And just so you don't hit the back of your chair, you may want to come forward just a little bit, as Paul did. That was smart. And what we're going to do, hold your hands as they are, and as we exhale, we're going to extend the right arm behind us, and then inhale, bring the right arm back, and exhale, bring the left arm out behind us. Inhale, bring the left arm back. Inhale, exhale, extend the right arm behind. Inhale, bring your right arm back. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come back to the front. This time you might notice, if anyone wants to stand up, that's fine, but we're going to try even seated in our chair. The first time we did this hand extensions, we did not take our hips with us. I don't think any of us did. This time we're going to sort of swivel. If you have a swivel chair at home or at work, I think this might work, but don't let it take you away. You know, you need to make sure that your arms move more than your hips, but we're going to try and take our hips with us. Exhale to the right. When you take your hips with you, inhale, let's come back to the front. Exhale to the left. You'll notice when you inhale, when you take your hips with you, you actually go deeper into the stretch. So there are both ways. Both ways are equally effective. Exhale, let's bring our arms down. Let's go into just one more. Our target was to do 7 postures in this sequence, and in this episode, in the next episode, we're going to go through another 7. We're going to do Uttita Pada. Uttita Pada is raised leg. Pada is foot, Uttita is raised. Any posture that has the word Uttita, think of up or raised. So let's transfer the weight to your right leg. Even though this is not a balanced posture, we still transfer the weight. Lift your left heel off the floor just a little bit. Bring your left knee out just a little so you can take your left hand, hold on to your left big toe. Inhale. You got your shoes on, Paul.
It's in the workplace, you do.
Yes, that is true. You're very right. Hold on to your shoelaces if you have to.
God, that's good. Thank you.
Inhale and extend your left leg. You should feel a wonderful sciatic stretch under your left leg. You should feel the hamstring stretching. Do we all feel it? That's good. What Tony is doing is good too. If you're not going to be able to hold your toes today, that's fine. Hold on to your ankles. Just make the connection. Try to keep your leg upright. Very nice. Exhale and release. Josiane, that was beautiful. Shows the dancer in you. You could get your legs right up. I know, Ginger always could. I've seen her. And Jamie did a wonderful job. We exhaled and we brought our left leg down. And now this time, transfer the weight to your left leg. Turn your right foot out just a little bit. Hold your right big toe. Inhale and extend your right leg. You should not only feel the wonderful stretch here, you should also feel your upper right thigh pressing against the lower abdomen. Hold. Exhale and let's release. I think that's it for 7 postures for today. Be patient, stretch at your work. Those of you who'd like to stay with our program, if you want, we can come down. Paul, you're welcome to sit where you are. Those of you who'd like to stay with our program, watch us every day, Monday through Friday, 1:30 p.m., 1:30 in the afternoon. That's RCN 84, Time Warner 57, and FiOS 35. I hope I got the channels right. Anyway, watch us. We're on mnn.org. Thank you so much for staying with us.
Thank you.
Claudia, are we okay to take a break?
Okay, it's over.
Thank you. You can keep the tape because I love making copies of these tapes with all the